This is the first episode in my new series called Dominate the Drop. Today we're dropping into the power plant. And as you can see, I'm looking around to see who's dropping with me. We're playing Pubg Mobile, as many of you may know. And you want to see who's dropping around you so you can basically tell who you're going to be fighting. As you get on the ground, as you get close to the ground, you really need to start looking for the weapons as they spawn. You don't really have much time, especially if someone lands on the floor like this with you. And so the first thing I could grab was a helmet and vest, which clearly saved my life in this instance. And then I grabbed a car rifle. The other guy just had a shotgun. So he was a tough opponent. But luckily I hit him in the right spots with 2 shots and it took him down. Now, as you can hear, there's someone else in the building. We saw several people dropping around. So I'm gonna go over here. There's a level 3 vest that I saw, and then I'll stand in this corner. That way I've still got some cover. I'm using this wall and this post as some cover, and I can see him moving around. So as long as I can see the guy, I don't really have to worry about him. But at this point, he spots me and proceeds to shoot me. So now I know I've been seen, and it's time to attack. You want to be very aggressive in this, and luckily he popped out just right so I could shoot him in the head and take him out with 1 shot, despite him having that helmet on. You have to be very alert and very focused when you drop into somewhere like the power plant. There's a lot of people that are going to drop in with you. In any typical match, I usually have 2 to 3 people that drop in with me. Now I've sped this up a bit because this is just me looting. Now that I've cleared out everyone, I feel like it's safe to loot. I mean, you don't have to go immediately into looting. You can stay up there on top and make sure the area is clear. You want to scan around the horizon and just look for any kind of movement. And once you don't see anybody and you feel comfortable, go in there and start looting. And when you're looting, you need to have a goal in mind. When you pick up some weapons, go ahead and start picking up things that you like to have. I prefer the M16 as an assault rifle or the M4, but I can't always find it. So in this case, I got the AKM, and that's my assault rifle, and I like the car, so I stuck with it. As you can see here, we hear some gunshots off in the distance, and I know that it's coming from that house. So I automatically switch to my car because that's going to be my long-range sniper. Even though I don't have a scope yet, I've got to make the best of it. And the game is not frozen. I'm just sitting still, waiting to see any movement. I know that there have been some shots coming from that house, so there has to be someone around there. When you hear a gun battle that goes on, there's obviously 2 people in there, and one of them's going to lose. That means there's going to be 1 left. So we know there's someone alive near this building. And if you watch closely, you can just start to see a little movement at the bottom of that house. And he just moved in front of the door. I'm going to slow it down so you can see it zoomed in. You see the guy move in front of the door, and then I take the shot and I hit him, but it wasn't a headshot, so it didn't kill him. So now we just have to wait. It's a waiting game. I know he's in the building and he's got to come out at some point. The only way out without me seeing him exit is to jump out a back window or go out a back door and then try to run up the hill, which I will still see him. So he's really got no way out. There's nowhere for him to go. So I have to assume that since he knows where I am generally, he's going to peek out one of these windows and try to shoot me. So that's all I'm doing now, is just watching all of the windows for any sort of little movement. And if I see movement, I'll shoot at it. And I just got another hit on him through one of the windows as I saw him move. And if you look where that little spot popped up, there's a guy coming to the right of me going up the hill. I take a shot at him and hit him. And you can still see him up there. Take another shot and kill him. And now we're immediately back to the threat that's in this building. So I'm gonna hold what I've got and just watch. And you'll see him peek in just a second. You see it's just a few pixels, but it's clearly something changing in the window. So I shoot at it and miss. But I know he's at the bottom corner of that window, so I'm going to take another shot, and it's a headshot. So he's down. We've taken care of that threat. Now, as far as we know, all of the threats are neutralized. So I'm going to go back to looting and try to make sure I get a setup that I'm comfortable with. And something that also needs to be addressed right now is healing, because I'm almost halfway down on my health, but I have a level 3 vest and helmet, so I'm not too concerned with it because I know nobody is in the general area right now. And as I'm looting, I've cleared the building, and now I'm going to go to these outbuildings. As I'm approaching this, I start hearing footsteps. And if you'll watch, did you see him right there out of the right? He just walked across the screen, so I go here to confront him, and it's a surprise attack. He didn't even see it coming, and he's dropped like that. So now I've gotten all of the best weapons and attachments that he got from the upper area of the power plant and brought them down to me. And so now I've got the best of both, and I can continue on playing the game. Now, this is just one example of how you need to handle the close quarters combat and dropping into a populated area. Make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this.